On the scoreboard. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
It's stolen by Kuminga. To the wing right side. Here's Black. No scoring in this one.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And finished off by Siakam.
And those are two loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat-out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Wide open. A nice shot by Black. Pacers trail by 3. Here's Halliburton. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Halliburton in his bag for sure right now, showing you everything he's got, including the soft touch.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's Black. 6 on the shot clock. Walker with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Walker throws it down hard.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those pucks over here.
Here's Black. Walker with the rebound. Indiana leading. Driving inside. Oh, wow, man.
For his size, Walker has great burst off the bounce.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Indiana?
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Takes it inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Clark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Williams' shot is off.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And the dunk by Walker.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Pacers leading by 5. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots. In the D and attacking. Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Eason. And they get it. And he lays it up and in.
Assist goes to
Eason's got his first points in this one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. From deep, Walker. It's hauled in by the Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Pass to Suggs. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Aaron Nesmith.
I like a lot of things about Suggs. His toughness and physicality, though, kind of stand out, especially at both ends of the floor. And I think he just continues to grow as a player. Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
.103 left in the first half of the game. Tries again. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. 6 points for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
.43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Trains it from beyond the arc. Suggs has got 7 points.
You know, it's not his greatest strength. He's got a lot of different things that he's good at, but Suggs will hit the 3 if you give it to him.
Takes it off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
4 seconds separating the shot game clocks. Here's Castle. Off target from three-point range. A solo fast break. Pull up Jay. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's a 7-point Indiana lead. Good if it goes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Indiana heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Halliburton with it. And Halliburton slams it in.
High energy throw down that time by Halliburton. Not wasting any time or motion.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Pass to Suggs. The 3. Excellent defense there from Halliburton.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
To Nembhard. Now Halliburton. And here is Siakam. Shot clock at 5. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And a wide open look for Mathurin. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And with each made three, Mathurin's confidence rises. An encouraging sign.
And there's the drive. And the basket by Castle.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
And Mathurin's vertical is remarkable. I love how he goes after it on those plays.
Now, here's Suggs. He's got 7. Left side, Williams. Siakam pulls it in. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player. Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Pacers leading by 16. Fires from the wing. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's Nembhard. And the 3 ball is good. Nembhard's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Here's Black. From deep three-point territory. No good that time. Here's Indiana. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Here's Nembhard. And it's Mathurin missing.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's Castle.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Halliburton outside. Kicks it out to Siakam. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. He's got 7.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And Orlando has possession.
Substitution on the court.
There's 1:26 left to play in the third. Here's Black. Here he goes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Black's got his second bucket of the night.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
From outside the arc, Siakam pulls it in. Pacers leading by 20. Halliburton with it. Now defended by Oladipo. And Siakam has it in the corner. Pass to Turner. Plays it up off the glass.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. ball moving.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Walker's shot is off.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Here's Black. Right side, Kuminga. Back to Black. They swipe it. Got it off in time. Tyrese Haliburton has been on display for Indiana. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his... And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Suggs. Clark, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think, is the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
To the middle. Here's Castle. And it's sent back by Turner. Here's Williams. Right side, Collins. 5 on the clock. Shot by Eason, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Haliburton. Indiana moving it around. Pass to Walker. To the inside. Outside for Haliburton. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
30 rounds and ones, 30 on me. Go around and make it. Keep on acting like you have emotion. You just in a way. Ain't never too far from this. I'm just a flight away. I seen trip and fall. I tie up they shoelaces. Young fly lip. Got rich on suitcases. Ain't slept since. It seems like 5 days since. Every time I hold up my wrist, it's a new face. I shouldn't have got a whip for her. She came to my convention. She texting these. She give me a commission. Only time these could get at me is my mentions. Buy for it, get it tailored, I know her dimension. She's so in love with CC, it's all over her wish list. They took her to the back room, I let her get the bit. Full of envy, don't put them in your business. I let you go for whatever you want and she ain't get. I'm 800 and on chrome jean, camo shorts and a long sleeve. I'll be gone for a month or two, I'm knocking off this money. I gotta keep some racks inside my reach, get lonely. You know what I mean? Bro taught us get our own. My on my armpit, I'm turning up like I don't got my own. Cut off on an island, both our phones on silent. Like what you heard about me, you gotta come and try this. Baby. These handshakes getting weirder and weirder. Look at every man eye to eye, I don't fear them. These little that worse than I ain't by my other purse in a minute. I ain't take a pretty to Turks in a minute. I ain't put no in a minute. I ain't been on earth in a minute. I always talk to God, but I ain't been to church in a minute.
Tell you it wasn't always this way. I was a young man with a lot to say.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge.
Here you go.
Last game for the Pacers, a loss to Portland. And it's going to be Houston off the tip. Here's Thompson. And Thompson. Throws it down.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now, here's Halliburton. Up top, Nembhard. It's rebounded by Şengün. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
4 on the clock. Here's Thompson. With the clock winding down, and Thompson throws it down.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Outside Mathurin. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Screen by Şengün. Thompson misses.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
Thompson left side. Driving the lane. And the layup is good. Thompson's got his third basket of the night right there.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
A second chance effort. Here's Turner. Banked in off the glass.
Well, there's a level of commitment that Miles Turner is showing on the glass right now. Goes hard to get rebounds and get an opportunity for the putback.
And stolen by Siakam. To the paint. And it's blocked by Şengün.
Using that length, Şengün timing the block.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Right side, Avdija. Thompson, left side. Turner with the steal. And stolen by Şengün. And Reddish with the slam.
And when you look at Şengün's assist numbers, he's already proven to be an elite passer for a big man.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 2. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
Ball's not loose. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. Some changes for Indiana. 1:43 left in the first. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Now, here's Avdia. Still yet to score. Here's Bull. The Rockets with another miss.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point shooting.
Well, he's a little bit of a streaky shooter, Kevin, but it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season. Well, one thing you love about R.J. Barrett is he is a scorer at heart. This guy will hunt shots. He's going to be aggressive. And when he gets on a roll, look out, guys.
Now, here's Walker. Six on the shot clock. Here's Shepard. Tries again. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Pass to Barrett. Stolen by Walker. Here's the break. Now, Neesmith. From 10 feet out. Sends it home! What a shot!
You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way to end a quarter.
14.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Turner. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, this is the versatility that Miles Turner brings to the table. A big man who can knock down shots from the mid-range.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Bull. Still without a basket. Top of the key, Avdia. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. And, Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Boy, guys, when you think of Deni Avdija, great positional size, versatile on both ends of the floor, and he's unafraid of a big stage.
Rockets trail to the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on Jarace Walker.
Well, Avdija plays with such good energy. That by itself sometimes can get you to the foul line.
And Doris, as we watch Avdija, he's a real threat from the perimeter now.
Yeah, Kevin, he's really good at a lot of different things on a basketball floor. I think the consistency from range wasn't there early, and defenders would give him a cushion. That is no longer the case.
And it's Shepard missing. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And that one, good.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. Both teams making substitutions here. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Now, here is Halliburton. Can they get it? And the layup is up and in.
Tyrese Halliburton has an array of moves offensively. Off the deck, yes, sir.
Houston in the lead. Thompson outside. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Here's Thompson. And Houston again with the bucket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Turner. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. And it's 6 points for Miles Turner.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Launches from deep. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Barrett, no good. Indiana leading. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Halliburton may have a lean frame, but right there he shows you how balanced he is. Fights off the defense on the way up. That's nice.
Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
Highlight reel play from Şengün. Great timing.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Both teams will make substitutions. A minute 50 left to play here in the second quarter. And it's Haliburton penetrating. And Bol pulls it down. Launches it. It's rebounded by Indiana. Nembhard with it. He's picked up by James. Pass to Turner. Nembhard with it. Scoreless thus far. And it's in there.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Over to the wing. Here's Bol. And it falls over the rim and in. It's a close game here in Houston. .55 seconds left in the first half. Hefty move. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. Indiana shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he makes the first but misses the second. And so it's Houston with it. James left side. To the inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Nesmith. Basket good. Nesmith has got the lead up to 5 now for Indiana.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Bol. Pass to Caravan. Here's Christie. He has yet to score. He can't get it to go. On the wing, Walker. A baseline J. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Number 11.
And so it's Indiana bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Now, Haliburton. And here is Siakam. Nice D from Barrett.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Thompson. That one drops for him. Thompson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Rockets.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson. A freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Now, here's Şengün. Pass to Reddish. Lock at 6. Now Thompson. He's covered by Haliburton. Thompson misses. Pacers leading by 5. Siakam left side. Haliburton outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Alperen Sengun.
Two things you love here. How confident Haliburton is offensively. The second is not afraid to take punishment while he's shooting the basketball.
Haliburton hits them both. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Haliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Haliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Mathurin attacking. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And you see that extra gear with Mathurin. Gets him to the rim in a blink.
Thompson in the post. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Left side, Haliburton. And a wide open look for Siakam. A three-pointer is right on target. Siakam's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers. Here's Thompson. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14. And so it's Haliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Screen by Siakam. Indiana needs to get a shot off. From outside, off the mark. Nuggets trailed by 8. On the wing, Thompson. 20 points for him. Pass to Reddish. Offline with his 3. Siakam with it. Here's Nembhard. Misses the 3. Outside, Avdia. Thompson outside. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. Now just a 5-point Indiana lead.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Haliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Here's Avdia. And the wide-open shot from Reddish. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. They get a hand on it. Here's Sengun. And Sengun throws it down.
For his size, she moved with incredible moves and body control.
Turner with the screen. They could use a bucket. Thompson with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
With a big group substitution here. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Some changes here for the Pacers. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And so Thompson nails both of them.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
To stop the run. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
For Indiana, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. And here are the Rockets now. It's a one-point game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here's Christie. The Rockets again can't hit. Outside, Walker. And finished off by Walker.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those pucks over here.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Caravan. In the corner, it's James. Here's Caravan. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Cole. It's tipped. And he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Shepard. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one.
43.
Pacers.
The Pacers, 46.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Rockets trailed by 3. Pass to Bull. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Bull. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Here's Nesmith. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Carabin. And he's good on the 3 ball. Carabin's got it all tied up now for Houston. And the foul on Jarris Walker. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Thompson, and he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 13 points in the second half. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Some changes for Indiana. Outside, Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Oh, Denny Avdia can get up there, folks, when he wants to.
Halliburton with it. Pass to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
In the corner, Şengün with it. The screen from Thompson. Here's Avdia. And it goes down 2 points. Avdia's got 4 this quarter.
Let's remember, Avdia's 6'9", which means he is quite capable of being effective in the painted area.
Back to Turner. Takes it out to Siakam. Halliburton outside. And stolen by Thompson. Over Halliburton. The Pacers pull it in. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Inside. Shots good by Turner.
Well, exactly what you want from the guy in your pick and roll position. He's got to be able to set a firm screen and then find his opening.
Thompson outside. Here's Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 6 points for Şengün. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. You know, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. He needs more production from the outside. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Out to Turner to take the lead. Traps in the tray. Turner's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Here's Avdia. No good with the layup. Pass to Nembhard. Halliburton outside. And the 3 off target. The Rockets trail. Thompson with it. Halliburton picks him up. And finished off by Avdia. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team is willing to give any ground.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, when you think about Benedict Mathurin, this guy is a talented, aggressive scorer. His ceiling very high. He's going to have to be a little more efficient.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
The screen from Thompson. Six to shoot. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Left side, Halliburton. And Thompson sends it back. It's Barrett on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Indiana. They trail by 1. Back to Nembhard. Halliburton outside. Indiana moving the ball over. Here's Turner. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And the call will go against Benedict Mathurin. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside, Avdia. For the 3. Nembhard grabs the board.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Buries it from outside.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Outside, Avdia. Thompson outside. Avdia over Mathurin, and he can't bank that one in. Halliburton drives in. So a close game sees Indiana